People go on remarkable journeys in the pursuit of love. Australia has a magnetism that attracts people to travel around the world in the hope that they can find passion down under. Mac and JT think that love is rife at Sydney's Mardi Gras.
It's really buzzing. That's all you can say.
It's mental.
Modern love stories in a shrinking world. Mac and Jonathan, also known as JT, are gay mates from Brighton who are heading to Australia hoping that the licentious atmosphere of Mardi Gras will lead them to love and adventure.
Myself and Jonathan are planning to go over to Sydney for the Mardi Gras.
I am single. While I'll be there, I'll be looking for the possibility of a bit of romance.
If I find somebody and they're the right somebody, then yeah, it'd be fabulous if it was a long-term thing. Alternatively, if it's just a holiday romance, then so be it too.
I don't think we're going to know anybody when we're there, but you never know. This world is actually quite small when you think about it. So yeah, the anonymity of being away would be quite nice.
Just to be able to do what we want to do with no repercussions because we're never going to see anyone again.
Yeah, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it.
It's just days before the parade and Mac and JT arrive in Sydney. With one of the world's biggest love affairs to look forward to, jet lag is a faded concept.
Okay, so we're off to Bondi Beach. We're going to go over and see what talent we can check out. No better place to do it than where there's scantily clad men and women.
A mecca for the British, Bondi Beach attracts a mixture of gay and straight bodies beautiful.
Bondi Beach, incredibly gorgeous. There's a lot of nakedness going on, which is rather nice.
Difficulty spotting between straight guys and gay people here because they just all look the same. They're all massive, they're all muscled. Majority of them are like very good looking, nice bodies. Shaggability wise probably is about 90% on the beach that you would do, and then probably 10% that you probably still would do if you're like really pissed.
Finding a lesbian in a place like this is not particularly easy. I mean, it's not particularly easy anywhere. You can still spot them a little bit. I've spotted a couple. I can't really tell how. It's just at the moment it's like an inbuilt homing device. It's more of a place to look rather than touch.
When night falls, with gaydars in force, Mac and JT head for Oxford Street, the gay centre of Sydney.
It's just huge long straight with bars, restaurants, adult shops, couples of guys, couples of girls, you know, everybody's open, everybody's happy, everybody's acting, you know, how they should be able to act. We're just moving from the Albury Bar down to Stonewall, where we're moving on to a women's club. Oh, yes.
Both have thought about the sort of partner they'd like to find.
Normally the girls they have to be taller than me, because I'm quite short. Normally about my build, if someone's a bit too skinny, I'm a bit scared of breaking them when I'm laying on top of them or something like that.
The type of man that I'd actually go for, they'd have to be fairly similar to myself. I have to like have a laugh and a giggle. It can't be like too serious straight away. I can't do seriousness. I'm like quite a laid-back character. I'm so laid-back, really. I should be horizontal.
Mac gets lucky fast, but ironically she's travelled all the way to Sydney to find love and found it with a girl from Leeds.
Hello, I love you long time.
Oh, Max copped off with Jane that we met about a half hour earlier. I've just bumped into two friends of mine that I know from Brighton, so I might actually go for a drink with them because they're like normal conversation and just let them get off and do what they want. I've got the room key. Mac doesn't know where she is and I'll see her sometime tomorrow.
A few streets away is a gay bar where a 34-year-old British stripper is the star attraction. He calls himself Private 69.
I entered a competition in a bar in Haringey, and you know, it all started from there really.
The Private performs for both gay and straight audiences, and tonight he has to try to ignite the passions of a panting Mardi Gras crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Private 69 performing anew from the front bar.
As soon as you go on stage, you go into automatic mode. You don't think about it. You can think of your mother, it's her birthday while you're on stage. It's like your mind just goes into autopilot. With the gay side, they're more like conservative. They're like held back. They want to look and cruise. You know, where the girls, it's a party night for them. It's just like a night of enjoyment, a night of entertainment. And with the gay people, it's the same, but they just don't express themselves like girls do. I don't get no sexual turn on from stripping or anything like that, because it's just like an athlete. I mean, you're running for like, 2 miles, so you're completely drained, but you've got to concentrate on your pace, and everything. No plans for the future. I'm not going to be no brain surgeon anyway, so I don't really have an education to sort of like go into a job interview and so on. So I'll have to start thinking about putting my mind together to do something for the future.
Back at the hotel the next morning, Mac is recovering from the excess of the night before, and her memory's hazy.
How did it happen? I don't really know. We just sort of just started kissing, really, to be honest, and then couldn't really keep your hands off each other. Went to sleep at about 7 o'clock this morning with the sunrise. So I'm absolutely exhausted. I've had like 3 hours sleep. But it was a really good night. It was well worth it. Well worth it. She's phoning me later. I'm going to meet up again tonight.
I didn't pull last night, no, but even if I did, I don't think I would have had the energy to have done anything at all. Propping my eyelids open was a bit of a problem last night, so to raise anything else would have probably needed a truckload of Viagra.
As the excitement builds for the parade, Mac and JT hit Oxford Street in search of suitable costumes.
Got to get Max something now, and also I'll probably, hopefully, get something else as well. Maybe just a pair of hot pants or something like that. So I've got gorgeous legs, haven't I?
Yeah, I've got gorgeous
legs. I have, yes. We fall out front, though.
The scene over here is a lot more relaxed. So, the whole way of thinking, their whole attitude to gays and lesbians seems to be much more open.
Since the first Mardi Gras in 1978, the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Extravaganza has grown to become the largest outdoor nighttime event in the world, bringing in nearly $100 million pink dollars a year to the Australian economy.
I think people just want to come just to soak it up, just to say that they've experienced it, just to revel in the atmosphere, the carnival spirit. I think it's like a feeling of like oneness. It's a day where gays and lesbians from everywhere are just going to come out. They're just going to be as outrageous as they can, as loud as they can, as drunken as they can.
Max arranged to meet up with Jane so they can fulfill a lesbian rite of passage to do Mardi Gras together.
As you can see, things are starting to get going, and there's still 2 hours to go before the parade. We're just waiting for a few friends to come out of the hotel and then back up to the room to watch the parade at 8 o'clock.
The atmosphere on the streets is unbelievable. They've like cordoned the whole place off, and it is just so busy. Just really, really, really buzzing. That's all you can say.
It's mental.
It's mental. Absolutely mental.
More than 1 million people line the streets to watch the parade. It takes over 2 hours to pass and involves 7,800 people on more than 200 floats. But for Mac and Jane, the parade could be in Rotherham.
just let us upstairs. They're gonna shack.
I think this is absolutely amazing. Even though we're up on the 14th floor, the noise is absolutely incredible. Downstairs, you need to wear earplugs. I'm just so overwhelmed. It's just so tops. That's all I can say, really. Just fantastic.
Mardi Gras is all about being free, gay, and happy. I feel looking great.
This is the end of the parade. It's all like over and done with now. Everybody else is going to like this massive party. We didn't unfortunately get tickets, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
And you haven't pulled?
I haven't pulled as of yet, but I still got the walk home.
With Mac's girlfriend at the party, she's pining more than a forest full of conifers.
I miss her like mad. Fucking miss her like mad.
Oh. Oh.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, babe. Tears.
The night is over. Mac and JT head back to the hotel. Tomorrow they're off home, and the dream of the permanent party is over.
Jane doesn't go home until next week. So, I'm a bit gutted. Glad I met her. Glad I came. I've had an absolutely fantastic week.
Love-wise, I haven't been so lucky on that department, but at the end of the day, I'm not really overly bothered because it's just been one hell of a trip.
Jane and I have spoken and said that we would like to get together when we get home. Possibly I'll go up and see her, or she'll come down and see me. She's in Yorkshire and I'm down in Brighton, so it's going to be a little bit difficult, but hey.
I think I've actually got quite a lot of pleasure out of Mac's little romance. I've sort of like had fun with that.
Fun farewell, yeah, big fun farewell.
Johnny T and I have had a brilliant time, and yeah, I've been lucky enough to meet someone as well. One of my friends said, once you go, you'll never want to come home. And much as I love Brighton, there is going to be a part of me that will stay here. You know, I've never ever felt so good. I don't want to age, I want to stay here forever. I've never felt so good about myself in a long time.
They've caught the Mardi Gras bug and pledged to do it again next year. After the break, two British sisters find a different version of Sydney, the backpacker's dream. Every year, thousands from the UK backpack across Australia looking for adventure and passion, like sisters Laura and Tara from Surrey. Both girls want a love affair. Tara's still looking, but Laura's wish came true within a week of arriving in Sydney. She met Dave, another British backpacker. Although backpacking affairs can be casual, she says they're committed and have already talked of marriage. They've been apart for a month due to Dave's work as a removal man, and she's not sure when he's going to be back.
That's Dave. That's the bed that we got. We got some naughty things in that bed. These are my puppies. And do you see the similarity? Look. There is a lot of similarity in those photos. That is weird. And both of those I love. I knew, like, the first time I saw him, that was like love at first sight. I knew that we were going to get married. I just totally knew this. But I just want to be with him. When I threatened him on the phone the other day, I said, Dave, this is so hard because I'm getting offers left, right and centre. And then I'm feeling very horny. I need somebody to sleep with. And I don't want to cheat on you or anything, but you better hurry up because I'm not going to wait a whole entire year not to sleep with anyone else.
Her sister Tara, who's 27, is also looking for love, but can't make her mind up whether she's after a man or a woman.
I have been known to fancy a woman, not because she's a woman, because of the person and fancy them. And I have snogged women before, but on a sexual basis.
The thought of Tara having like lesbian sex makes me feel a little bit sick.
I don't know whether or not I'd actually go full on to say I'd like a man with boobs or a woman with a penis or something, I don't know.
I'm hoping it'll be a man. I don't really want to see my sister snogging a woman. But we'll just have to wait and see.
As love continues to evade Tara, the girls plan a night out at a local club. But first they must find something to wear.
Oh, yes. This is so the coat for me.
It's not going.
You know what it is? It's because people are used to long sleeves nowadays. That's what the
No,
fashion
do you know
is.
what I think it is? I think it's just because my arms are too long for the jacket.
They're not bad, but they're crushed velvet. Nasty.
Unsuccessful, the girls decide to wear some of the few items they brought in their rucksacks.
This is my knee-high boots that I brought over. These are my blue stilettos that I'm carrying in my backpack. These are my trainers. I wear these quite a lot, but these are Tara's.
My friend Paul was supposed to bring my platforms over and he never did. And I was very upset with him because they were my life.
Yeah, these are my shoes as well, but they're so heavy, they're just like the weight of them. Listen to this. They're very heavy shoes.
These are my favourite shoes because they're just like edible. My sandals.
I plan to bring so much more, but my best friend Bushra made me take half the stuff out of my backpack, which means I've not got anything I really want. She like made me swap everything around so it's practical. These are the most practical outfits I've got.
As the King's Cross nightlife gets going, Tara and Laura prepare for a night at Car Wash, one of Sydney's biggest nightclubs.
Tara's looking for a shag tonight. That's the main reason why we've come out.
No, we're looking for love.
She's looking for love.
Laura is keen to find her sister a man. Although there are plenty in the club, neither feels there's much to choose from.
Most of the guys you meet are just like lads on the piss. They're out for a good time and everything, and there's not a lot else on offer. The sort of person that she's going to end up with is the sort of person she's not going to meet in a club.
Being single, I meet so many pricks, but that almost sways me towards thinking, oh God, do I want to live a heterosexual life? Because they're just such numbskulls, half of them.
Oh my God, nothing good has happened tonight regarding any kind of sex or anything. It's been fucked up. All the men are twats, they don't know how to dance, they don't know how to do fuck all, and it's been a very pointless evening. But I have had a good dance and I've had a good time.
Next morning at the hostel, Laura receives a phone call from boyfriend Dave. It's not good news.
We're just like talking to him, and he said that he's not probably going to come down anymore. I'd much more prefer if like he said, yeah, I'm going to marry you. But so I've changed my mind now. I think I don't want to get married anymore.
To cheer themselves up, Laura and Tara head over to see their friend Simon, another backpacker and former conquest of Tara's. But sadly, love evaded the pair.
I've always wanted someone that entertains me, which he does. Just somebody who's different, and I've always been looking for them, and this is what I thought was the guy. I thought, oh my God, everything. But he's turned out to be a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I had a bit of fun with Tara every so often. We sort of went out, had a few drinks, came back, I'd crash in the bed with her and have a laugh, and I don't know. It turns out that she's sort of looking for love. She's after a guy, and she's after something a bit full on that I can't really give her. If she wants something a little bit more passionate and a little bit more full on, then I'm not really the right man for that. As I've told many other girls as I've been travelling in Australia, you know it is.
But there are always plenty more fish in the sea, and both girls have got their rods out.
When was the last time you had sex?
Last time I had sex was in Thailand, which is about 2.5 months ago.
Shit, hell.
Which is a long time.
James, is that why you let us cut your hair?
James has been
sexual frustration. You just want me to say, yeah, I'll have sex with you. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We tried it last time and you just couldn't get an erection. So I thought, sod it, it's just worthless.
Laurie, you're a very beautiful girl, but I wouldn't exactly... No, I can't be slagging her now. I can't be slagging her on TV, that's just terrible.
Jamie fancies me, don't you, Jamie? Yeah, see? Jamie wants to shag me.
Sounds great.
The next morning, Laura decides to give it one more try with Dave.
Hey, Dave! Where are you?
And to her surprise, Dave has just arrived in Sydney and wants to meet.
All right then. All right, see you later. I love you, bye. I'm gonna wet myself. Too much. Anyway, so it's gonna meet us by the fountain in an hour.
What, he's gonna be
It's gonna be an hour. An hour. Dave's coming in an hour. 1 hour.
Oh, I'm getting the first hug.
Laura may be excited by Dave's arrival, but her roommates have reservations.
They're a little bit worried that Dave's going to move in and there's going to be a lot of sex going on. And I've assured them that, yes, this definitely will happen.
Dave, snog her, for God's sake!
Celebrations continue later in the mixed dormitory the girls share with 4 others.
Laura, I need to get my purse. Oh my God, you've obviously been on the top bunk.
Yeah.
Laura and Dave are having sex and I've just interrupted them. It's awful.
I know, there's not going to be any boob shots today.
And I went in there just like put the sound stuff away and that, and they were having sex on Lawrence's bed.
Oh,
it's so beautiful, it's so beautiful.
Hello.
With Dave and Laura back together, they've made some decisions about their future.
No, we're not getting married at the moment, but you never know. If we keep in contact for a few years,
Yeah.
I could get suddenly blinded drunk one night and say something stupid.
No, and anyway, I need to mature a little bit.
A little bit.
It's time for the girls to move on to Melbourne. Laura has found love with Dave, but Tara's still looking and the road is random.
My time in Sydney has not helped me decide about my sexuality. It's not really a problem, I'm not that bothered. I think I'm looking for a man more than anything, but women are bound to be coming in and out of my life at some point, but we'll see how it goes. It's quite possible I could find someone in Melbourne. If I don't find love, I'm certainly going to have a good time having sex in Melbourne, I know that.